Alright, so the 2018 Honda Hornet. Right, it looks to be a huge bike. Okay, I have rightly planted my foot, but I still have a small gap, being 169 centimeter high. Alright, so let's get this thing started. Getting onto this motorcycle and riding it for smaller distance itself, what I feel is that I could hardly feel that there is an engine which is running just below my balls. It's so smooth. Honda, man, Honda. I'll just ride it for some time and stop somewhere and give you an update. Okay, let's get into the review. So let's start with the braking capacity of this motorcycle. So today I didn't got an ABS version of this motorcycle. It takes time to get approval from the RTO. The front brake is actually good. It could brake in a really good manner. The back is also onto a good side. I will say that it is better than the Honda XBlade which I rode last week. And definitely ABS is a good choice. So on the braking front, this motorcycle will be excellent. And to talk about the suspension, the front suspension is actually onto a bit softer side, and also the rear is also set on the soft, so it's more comfortable to ride this motorcycle in the city condition. And another positive thing about this motorcycle is that it comes with a 140 section rear tire and 110 section front tire. So this is what you see in the CBR 250R. So it's a wonderful combination. It gives the bike better stability, and since it is a 140 section tire, you have a lot many other options for an upgrade also. So there are Michelin, Pirellis, Metzeler's. So you, based on your budget, you could go and purchase whatever you want. And to talk about the handlebars, I'll tell that the rider's triangle is absolutely spot on. You have the rider seat here and your foot peg here. That means you have much more relaxed position, and the handlebars is slightly a bit rear set when compared to the Honda XBlade. So yeah, the handlebars are rightly placed. You don't have to come a lot of forward and have a sporty kind of a riding posture. So it is much comfortable for a city ride again. Now I'll tell that the clutch feel is very light. It's always like this with the Honda vehicles, and the gearbox is a bit clunky. That's what I could feel. I don't know whether the gear lever is not lubricated here or so, but I felt that it's a bit clunky. I didn't feel that kind of crispness that I get from any other Honda motorcycle. You don't find this motorcycle to be too much heavy, and taking a U-turn on this motorcycle is not a big deal. You have ample space here. You don't have to be so much careful that your hand will just get locked onto the handlebar and the fuel tank. And for a person like me who is 169 centimeter high, I just find that this motorcycle to be correct for my height. That means my foot is completely planted on the floor. I believe that someone who will be till a height of 165 centimeter, they'll be doing good with this motorcycle. And it's not a matter of being tall or short. When you have that skill of riding, you can ride any motorcycle. And now to talk about the build quality of this motorcycle, absolutely again Honda. I didn't felt any kind of vibration, and I know that even Hornet owners used to tell that there are no kind of a vibration issue coming from this motorcycle. And if you see all these handlebars and things, it's all well built. So let's check out the dial actually. So one thing I see is that this misses a gear indicator, and it has 2 trip meters, which is good. This bike gets much more features than a Honda CBR 250R. And if you see this, Honda has been keeping this part of motorcycle empty for a longer time. It's like a black hole. They can't fix anything over here. A major drawback. It's missing the engine kill switch. Overall, I feel very much happy riding this motorcycle because the engine refinement is absolutely nice. I couldn't feel that there's an engine running when I was riding this motorcycle. And you see this headlight, marvelous man. And and the development of Hornet is in a way that it is almost getting the looks of the higher variant of the CB1000 over the year of time. And the power delivery is very linear when compared to the XBlade. What I feel is that the power delivery is much linear. In an XBlade, I found that even though the power and torque figures are a bit low than this motorcycle, XBlade is slightly found it to be choppy throttle. On this one, I found that it is much more linear. Okay, now the main difference. So if you see this seat is actually comfortable for almost all riders, but the thing is, if you are finding yourself as a fat person, then you find the XBlade seat to be much more comfortable. The reason is because this is kind of a plain seat. On the other hand, on the XBlade you will get a much more carved seat where you will be able to plant your ass well, and you could sit on the motorcycle for a longer time. The pillion seat is also much comfortable because it is as comfortable as the rider seat itself. I'll just get onto this pillion seat and I'll tell you my feel about it. Alright, so if you see, the pillion will be having good leg room. My legs are not too much crunched and I'm not eating up much space of the rider. You see, being an average tall person, what I feel is that my knee is not going to interfere with the hands of the rider, so that's one good thing. And it is comfortable. I'm able to grab the grab rails really well. It looks massive, man. But I'll tell you something, I'm just confused between the looks of the XBlade and the Hornet. The reason is because the front light of XBlade looks much better than this, but still here also you have stylish design. And the tail light, man, look at this, it's awesome. It's awesome from this view. So altogether I say that this more falls onto a city bike category. This bike will be able to cruise at a speed of 90 to 100 km per hour on a highway. So if you are considering this for touring, that's also a good option. The reason is because you have wider tires, so you could corner well if you are putting the Michelin Pilot streets, and it has a decent cruising speed also. Oh, now I'm seeing this actually. When on a brightest sunny day, this dial is not that much visible. Oh, okay, you have the hazard lamp. I take my word back. This is the hazard light, okay. So one other thing which I missed is that I didn't talk about the mileage and the maintenance of this motorcycle. So generally the maintenance cost of this kind of a motorcycle is roughly 700 to 800 rupees per service, and once in 6,000 kilometers. So that's a good deal actually. It's very economic to maintain this motorcycle. And to talk about the mileage, this has a mileage around 40 to 45 in city conditions and 45 to 50 on highways. That's what Honda is claiming. Oh man, you see the kind of confidence. See the kind of confidence this is giving. Bigger tires, man, that's the reason. So my take is, if you are a fat person and you are looking for a motorcycle, probably stick with an XBlade. And one main thing, go and take test ride of these motorcycles, okay? Don't just clearly stick to the reviews that you see on YouTube. Take a test ride and get satisfied. So if you are onto the other side, you are not so much fat or fluffy, both the motorcycles will fit you good, then my take is go with the Honda Hornet ABS version, which is actually, I clearly don't know the price difference. The CBS variant is around 7,000 rupees more than the XBlade. Still worth it. Actually the power delivery is awesome. If I need to pick a motorcycle for the city rides, definitely this is one among the best motorcycle which I'll suggest to anyone. I almost did a red line, and what I could feel is that this motor is much comfortable driving also. It didn't feel that I'm stressing the engine, so that's a good thing. Let me see how good I could filter in the traffic. I'm sorry for that small stretch of footpath riding. It's well and good, man. So guys, that's it with this video. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you out. And as always, if you like the video, do show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Goodbye.